Hi everyone, hope you are doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, on 18th February 2014, the former Kenya Pipeline MD Charles Ngunyi was charged in court with abuse of office and procurement irregularity. Actually, he failed to comply with the procurement law by authorizing a whopping 40.3 million Kenyan shillings to Redline Limited for 3 auto transformers. Now with this, we have had the case in court going on, but then it reached a point whereby now the Director of Public Prosecution applied seeking to withdraw the graft case against the former Kenya Pipeline MD. Now, in his application, the senior principal magistrate in the court, Victor Wahumile, actually decided to dismiss the DPP's application, and according to him, he's saying that the public interest demand that the case be heard to the logic conclusion. Let the matter be heard in court. Those who are defending themselves to defend, and let the truth come out. So that even with the judge, they will make a resounding judgment, whereby you cannot just, decide to throw someone behind the bus when indeed you find out that they have no problem or mistake they made on the way. And this is what DPP said. Having considered the evidence in the relation, this is now the lawyer in court representing the DPP, to the said letter, the DPP has decided to, let me repeat it. Having considered the evidence in the relation to the said letter, the DPP has decided that it is not tenable to proceed with the case against the accused without causing injustice. By the way, out of 26 witnesses, 25 are actually complying, but only one, that is the ESCC officials who investigated the case, are the one remaining. The rest is like they are in some kind of agreement. So this is what the judge is saying. The power to withdraw cases is not absolute, but must be exercised judicially with due regard to the public interest. That's the response from the judge. That means he is not allowing DPP to withdraw this case. The matter has to be heard to the logical conclusion. As simple as that. Now, you just look on how the Kenya Kwanza really has been operating from the time they came to power. How many cases have been withdrawn? And why withdraw a case rather than allowing the court process to continue to the logical conclusion of the matter? Why quick withdrawal of these cases if you know that the matter is there and maybe the people do not have hawakuhusika? Let the matter be heard in court so that kama hawakufanya makosa waachiliwe, kama walifanya makosa wabebe mzigo. Wow. We are continuing this final discussion, but just a quick request for those who are watching and you have not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing. For our returning subscribers, thank you so much. And again, to all our viewers, please give our video a thumbs up. Thank you so much, and back to this discussion. Now, when you see such people in a position of power and influence, their cases being withdrawn, just know that The plan here is to start rewarding these people with the new appointments. Remember what happened to the case to do with the former CS for Treasury, Rotich? After the case was withdrawn, Ruto offered a job to him. Though we know they're playing politics, he declined, but there is something he's looking for, or they're intending to give him in the near future. So when you see cases being withdrawn, the next stop is another new appointment. But then the court is declining to agree with Ruto. Who appointed the DPP? DPP is working for who? Hafanyi wa Kenya kazi vile tunaona vile kazi inaenda. Angekuwa anafanyia wa Kenya kazi, this matter should have had the conclusion so that he will be seen as if he's serving the interest of Kenyans, but not interest of politicians. But with this move, we are going to conclude that DPP is serving interest of specific politicians. Sio interest ya Kenya. Because the interest of Kenyans will be that let this matter be heard in court so that we can get to know the truth what happened. Let people file the case in the court. But because they are avoiding to be exposed in the court, because now when the case is in the court, you will hear from both sides. Those who have the case in the court, the defendant, the complainant, let them argue this matter in the court so that we can see the truth out of that case. So we have seen a Kenya Kwanza regime that has been fighting the judiciary. And the fight has been that judiciary is blocking them, it is stopping them. What they were looking to was how to gag the judiciary so that when they make any ruling, they have to consider the government position or what the government want. Sasa hii ndio mambo walikuwa wanaangalia so that when they are intimidated, all the rulings they will make will favor them. Such cases will be withdrawn quickly. Lakini kesi inasema pana, hatuko na wewe, wacha hii kesi iendelee, you can withdraw at the end. But right now, the matter should continue and the hearing of this case should go up to the logical conclusion. Kwa nini wataki wa Kenya wajue hii mambo inaenda aje? This case has a public interest in it because 40.3 million shillings was authorized. Zilitolewa. This was not Charles Tanui's money. This was not Ruto's money. It was not Uhuru's money. But it happened during Uhuru's time. They had just came to power in 2014 and they had just served 1 year. Ilikuwa pesa ya wananchi. So public interest is in this matter. This case should even be heard on camera. Watu wasikie mambo ilienda aje. Sababu pesa zilizopotea ni pesa za umma. Kama kweli zilipotea, or if indeed he failed to comply with the procurement laws. Once we hear such things, you know there was corruption taking place here also. Because if you are not in line with the procurement laws, what are you trying to avoid? What were you running away from? Why not follow the procedure and then disperse money to a person who has supplied products? Imagine they're talking about 3 auto transformers. So 40 million. Now, why withdraw the case? That's the big question. Why is DPP applying to withdraw the graft case? Mambo ya graft wanasema ya kwamba Kenya Kwanza, they want to fight corruption. How do you fight corruption when we see most of the cases that have been there, all along when Uhuru was in power, up to now, you are withdrawing those cases, not allowing the matter to be heard in the court to the conclusion of the case. The name also tells a lot. Now this one is a Kalenjin. We are not against our Kalenjin brothers, but once you see such names coming out, then you know the person who is in power. You see some favors following some individuals because now their man is in power. It's either you are with your Ruto, your case is withdrawn. If you are not with the Ruto, mambo yako yaendelea. So, there's a perception that Kenyans are going to build out of this. That kwa sababu jina langu ni la Mkalenjin, mimi natoka huko kwa Ruto, basi mambo yangu yanaweza shughulikiwa, pia nipate kazi. If someone has a graft case, why withdraw the matter? Then sooner than later, you see him appointed to another huge position. It tells you that there's no any plan this regime has to fight corruption. DPP has to be seen as if he's fighting corruption. But look, he's not. The perception here is different. So if you hoped that this regime is focused on fighting corruption, the only thing they can do is to open a window for corrupt individuals to enjoy their time. Even the CSS in this government, most of them, we had one who had more than 32 cases. Wakasema, hizo kesi ni civil cases tu, hazina shida. Hey, 32? But it's a CS. Nothing good out of this regime. But now the court is no longer in agreement with Ruto. The court has to stand their ground. Let them not be intimidated. Let them deliver justice to everyone. To the affected person and the taxpayer. Ushuru ya Wakenya sienda tu kwa mikono ya watu binafsi ama mifuko ya watu binafsi.